Hey everyone, welcome to the second episode of my new series called Controlling Timmy. So this week we had a bit of a change of plans because I was meant to be going to an arena hire and try and just have some fun there. But unfortunately with the weather that the UK has been having at the minute, we haven't been able to go. So it's finally just cooled down for the next week. So we're just going to have to do a little exercise at home. So I hope you enjoy. Hey everyone, like I said in the start, welcome back to episode 2 of Controlling Timmy. And for this week, we've got another different but interesting exercise. Like I said in the last episode, I'll be making the episodes more exciting each week. So for today, we've got a triangle, which we have to go straight through, then to a very small jump, which Timmy thinks is massive, and then straight down to another triangle. But his improvement already is incredible, and he's already got so much stronger. And then now we've got a little video here of the whole exercise that we're going to be doing. It's quite simple, but it's also quite difficult at the same time. We just did it in walk a couple times so I could just work out my turnings, what rein he turns better on, etc., etc. We then went into trot and did it a few times in trot. But you can see immediately he's trying to fight against me, but that will improve the more we do. I did obviously speed it up a bit because I didn't want to bore you all with just trotting around it. But on this one, we tried to do a halt, and you can see immediately everything changed, and it went horribly basically. He didn't want to stand. I basically just sat there and pulled. There was nothing else happening. So yeah, that didn't really go very well, but it's okay because it gets better. So we tried to do it again, and this, as you can just see, he does the same thing every time. But once he does stand, I do give him a pat to let him know like that's what I want him to do, so he understands. So not just pulling him and then not giving any reward for it. So we went around on the other rein, and bear in mind, guys, this is what he does normally if he doesn't want to slow down. He just puts his neck really long. That was definitely better, but you can see he still doesn't want to stop, but at least he was giving it a go. It's a bit better than him just point blank refusing. We didn't overdo the halting because we didn't want it to be boring for him. This one is definitely getting better, but I think he'll always have a bit of a strop, really, when he doesn't want to do something. That's just the strop he does every time. But the straight bar, he's currently got a little happy mouth snaffle, which he quite enjoys. As we've tried him in quite a few bits, but the straight bar seems to be the only thing which he actually does like. And yeah, just with the snaffle cheek piece, trying to keep it very soft. So I know that when he does pull, I'm not actually hurting him by actually pulling on quite a harsh bit. It's just a snaffle with a straight bar, which is rubber. So yeah, but as you can see, his face immediately lights up as soon as the jump comes out. No matter how big the jump has to be, it can literally be a slanted pole, and he'll get so excited. But his trot jump is quite hard to see a stride to, and sometimes I always go at the wrong time of him. It's quite a bad habit of mine. I just go a bit early. I don't do it when it's actually a normal jump. It's just normally when I'm just trotting them. But so sometimes I mess up his striding a bit. But these ones are quite nice, really quite sweet. But yeah. But you can see there he's actually having to like work and use himself to get over the jump. Even though it's not big, but because he's having to actually not go flying over it like he's about to do now, um, it just jumps a lot nicer. Whereas when he does things like that, I then lose my reins, and then I ended up pulling him out the triangle at the bottom, and he just he just gets a bit too excited and he just jumps them, and it's really uncomfortable to sit to because like he just pings and then you just go flying, and it's basically impossible to actually try and have control. And that one was all right. I went before him at that point, but he was okay in that one. It was just me that messed up that one. Um, And then he got a bit too laxy-daisy with his legs, which is new for him. So he came around again, just trying to keep that connection, and he did another launch, but I had a bit of a better connection, so he didn't just I didn't lose on my reins, he didn't go flying, but that was really nice there. So they're definitely getting better, and then I tried on a bit of an angle, which he loved, and he loves to do things when it's a bit more exciting. He doesn't like simple exercises, so when he got that, but he's literally pinging me out the saddle. He had so much fun. Okay, so I've just finished. I'm just cooling him off. And he did really well actually. It was very hard for me and him, as he just likes to just run at them. And I can't really do anything about it when he does. Well, I need to learn, but at the minute it is very hard. So we did a very good job though. And we left it on a good note where I was able to go around the whole thing in just a trot. We didn't want to canter it as we did make the turns quite tight, and also I didn't want to canter over the pole and then him just kind of like take off where I kind of had no brakes. So I didn't really bother to try it. So I just did it all in trot, and he was really good at the end. I managed to do it all on angles as well, which is definitely a very difficult thing to do. But he was really good at that. And so yeah, I think I'm very happy with how that went. And I'll probably come back to it another time and try and do it again. Probably if I go to like a friend's arena where they've got a very big arena, I could go to that and I could do the same exercise but have a bit more room to get a bit straighter, because obviously my school's great but it is quite tight. Where am I putting there? It is quite tight off the corners, as it's just not quite long enough. So yeah, I'll definitely come back to this another time, but I'm really happy with how he was. So yeah, I think that's a very good episode too. Bye!